你的画面怎么是黑的啊？
还没切没？
说好史丹利了。
史丹利，我觉得昨天破的差不多嘞。
屁嘞！
他还有很多吗？
还有很多。
啊，试看看。
还是你要玩60秒？我觉得你玩60秒也不错啊。
不要，粪 game， 垃圾 game。好，拜拜，
拜拜。
好，来玩个史丹利好了。妈，我昨天破到哪我都忘了。啊！史丹利后面还有几个结局？18个结局。我昨天破几个？10个了。
你个洗把教练。
哎，聊天室要怎么跳出来？我忘记了。啊，跳出视窗，找到了。
我测成啊。
刚我史丹利怎么一开就当了？有了有了。
This is the story of a man named Stan.
稳啊啦，教练，咱们打不了夏季赛了。
我剩几个没破啊？我有些没办法破吧。
All of his co-workers were gone.
等4小时那个他妈我要怎么破
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
我想一下，我昨天是
When
破
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
右边，右
This
边
was
换
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
我记得好像快破光嘞，我大概剩2个结局没破。
But eager to get back to business,
是
Stanley
哪
took
2
the
个？我想
first
一下
open door on his
啊，
left.
左边啊，左边这个是不是还没破过？我左边是没走过，走看看好了。
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on
这边好
track.
像真的没走过哎。哎呦，这边可以选要下去还是先下去好了？
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
不对啊，真的只开左边，不可能啊！以他个性怎么，真的他只开左边？
Oh, no, it's
你他妈的
mistake.
鸡巴！
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it?
看
was to
我
the
被旁白
right?
又要被旁白耍
What
了
was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
又想骗我是不是？其实一定是这一个。哎呦，哎呦，真的呢！哎干，又到这里来了。
No! This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your
被
eyes.
剧透了。
Okay. We just have to get back to oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
被剧透了。
Spend time trying to salvage this nonsense. We'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far.
又一种，11种结局了。
From the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
左身右边。
When Stanley... Wait.
Eh?
Wait, what?
Eh?
No, no, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted. It was completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
什么？我动了
It
什
was
么？
right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
应该
Okay,
在某
then.
个地方。
It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's
我操！
find the story.
干也多太多门了吧？史丹利的寓言，极神，这是极神的游戏。我操！一口气多那么多路哦！干你妈的逼！
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
看，又一种结局。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
"干你娘
Okay, yep.
Okay.
it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?"
最鸡巴哎！我漏掉了什么？我这一场漏掉了什么？他说我漏掉了什么？妈的逼嘞！这是他妈最鸡巴的游戏哎！
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
Huh?
The story.
Eh?
Here it comes.
哎，
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
教练秒爽啊，教练！
整他妈的！
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
三小啦！
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
又怎样啦？
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
这样也一种结局？地上怎么有这个啦？
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
这是当我底逼了哎。
No, no, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
教练这把我想跟你说，我觉得你没有打野打，那个4楼，
我操，新接龙。 真的是当我
You
底
see,
逼了
the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward,
起床了。
Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now we can both agree
为了玩具吃儿童餐。
existence is in fact a byproduct of one's
现在你一般套餐加价就可以。
对啊，可是我想要
教练有人搞不清楚谁才是真的，有国人吗？
subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay.
好，订麦当劳啊，行。
Experience of your
我晚餐才吃肯德基，
existence
妈的
inside！of your subjective experience of this office. Is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective
快点点麦当劳了。
Hang on. Got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit
这
of
旁白讲不停的呢。我要20块几快餐，
你是快菜，
算了，我要那个双人套餐。
双人、2人。
我要叫麦当劳。
双人，
台湾 No.1，台湾 No.1。
最后叫的定，
我现在在打比赛。
最后叫的。这到底歌要播到何时啊？我要双人是2块炸鸡加9块麦克鸡块的。大卫，操你妹！这个线，要可乐，一个杯换玉米浓汤。大杯。这真的很鸡巴欸！干你娘！我要被这个气死欸！
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
这个植物很重要。然后嘞？ What？
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
哎，那个裁判那个
哦，你说败战女神啊？战败女神啊？你怎么不开啊？你要玩什么？来打啊！现在来打啊！
现在吗？我今天打一整天，我腰超痛的。
干，打一整天好爽哦！
我今天已经打到快10场了吧。
DOESXT， 感谢。怎又是这个线啊？
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
我操，这有一条路。
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new
No,
path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
No.
What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
这是一个把人家逼疯的游戏耶！干，不得不走。等等，我真觉得我被耍啦、没有，
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine. Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
好，我就正着走。好，正着走。
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My
God.
mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
这是什
Is
么
it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this.
干，你赶快重来！
Do it. I
这
won't
低
do
逼
it.
了。
I won't do it. And the timer stopped. Does that mean did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. I suppose in some way that this is a
等
kind
着
of，story.
又要等
Wouldn't you agree?
又要等了
I'm。not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime,
看，干要重来。第几次啊？操你妹的！
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
哎，这次有门了，这次有门了，这次有门了。
When Stanley came to a set of two
This is
open,
your
this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
棒，太棒了。
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But
Nice，
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
左边好，
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
看又有2个选择。哎，哇，
这也是送酬啊，教练。
哎，这不是哎，
挺给力的。
哎，
Yet there was not a single person here
为什么
either.
是回这里？
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
来，我把幻灯片看完。
接着我讲话，我报名啊，
又断了是不是？聊天室又断了是不是？
报名啊，报名啊，教练，教练我报名，教练我报名，好吗？我听不到你们讲话，而且画面停了。你先吃了，这边明天你吃，明天给你吃。
搞毛啊！
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all. He seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
好一点，好一点，就跟头针一样。又不行了，又不行了，教练。
如何不被炒鱿鱼？少说话，干正解。出来工作就是多说多错，
叫他别变卡，我不行啊。
不说话在旁边的人那种都没有死。然后你觉得干你为了公司，你觉得应该要这样子做啊，然后就会被讨厌。没错，这游戏教会我们的这件事。看我看完了没结局啊！操你妹！
我什么都看不到啊，教练。
每个人都是独特的，尤其是你。这是一个屁。
太卡了，教练。
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
哎，等一下老板结局我是不是走过了？老板结局。等一下，我就不信这间没有东西。哎，这是不能进了。哎。 哎，你聘恢复了吗？哎。
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible. He didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
哥在用手机看聊天室啊。
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
我记得，哎，这里走过啦。哦，聊天室回来啦。
Into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring
我聊天室还是出不来。
for himself to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
这一段是不是重复啦，观众？
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
不对
Facility.
这里好像，我他妈啊，干来不及。
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
这一条是不是有不一样的啊？是不是可以阻止它发射？
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
哎，我记得刚刚上面有一个建筑，那个剧透的那个是在哪里？没有哎。这到底是跟刚刚一不一样啊？这到底是不是跟刚刚一样的啊？
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
哎，我看到了，原来在那边剧透的那个解雇有一个人写解雇。
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
干，这边今天要按什么？
The heart of the operation.
我昨天死了，今天要按什么？
Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it.
好了。
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
可以关核弹是不是？
Would
好，来
dismantle
关
the
看看。
controls
核
once
弹结局有
and
2个，
for all.
让我试看看。
现在好点了，这个。
按。
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
我要去按什么？我现在按什么？按什么？
Stanley, I help
拜托，
all
拜
your
托，
effort,
拜
I
托，
really
拜
do.
托！
But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
我
You
现
were
在该按
supposed
什
to
么
let？it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story
Come.
off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating
一
the
定有方法
entire
解。
complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star.
黄色。
It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off.
干你娘！照荧幕按
Each one of them is.
红色。
More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. What all
蓝
this
色。
means, I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
蓝
A
色。
moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly
干你
what
娘
happened to them.
粉红
I
色。
erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you
粉
free.
红色这个吗
Of？course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let
Anna.
you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then
Anna,
dying
干。
alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events
对。
has been rather amusing.
什么？
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up
在
with
哪
on
里
the
看
next
号码？
go around will be even better.
它没有
My
数
goodness,
字啊！干
only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
一
You know what? To hell with it.
一
I'm going to put some extra
是按这
time
个
on the
一吗？
clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time
还是
doesn't
一啊？
grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley?
对啊，
Is it
没
that
用
you
啊
have！no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it on?
这10
I mean, look,
啊！
running from
God.
button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
没有2啊！
These numbered buttons,
上面没写数字啊！干！
solid ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this
错
video
误啊！
game
2下也
could be
错啊！3
one solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
3
Stanley, you're in for quite a
3这里啊
disappointment. But here's a spoiler
对啊，
for
没
you.
有啊！
That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along.
你看还是
It's
叉
just
叉。
seconds ticking away.
干你娘！
You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you.
干
every
这里有人过
minute
过吗？
to
我等下去找他妈 VO 那个网络上的 VOD，
This is not a challenge.
不可能
It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first. So
在
you
线用过。
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
麦当劳，
Make it count, or don't. It's all the same.
他会杀上来
All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever up.
是吧？不是麦当劳，不是啊。哎，你有看过？
开锁啊，
对，
开锁我第一次，
哦，87耶，这个
那不是麦当劳是什么？
不要让他上，麦当劳不让他上。是啊，是啊，是啊，不要欺负。有人身上有钱吗？
All of his co-workers were gone.
这太难了吧？
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
你那有钱吗？
When Stanley
Yo.
came to a set of 2 open
几多钱？
doors, he entered the door on his left.
那个麦当劳在国外。
他会上来吧？我个大头啊！我卡爆了，卡！
是啊，给 Y7。哎，这游戏没别的结局了吧？我都破成这样嘞。为什么不能玩？要重开了？可以啊。反正我这个87结局看来是没下文了。